Why I'm not coming at Potemkin. This is the thing. I'm not coming at Potemkin. He just happens to have this thing that I really detest in this game. Guard break is the thing I like the least about this game right now. Easy. This mechanic is really fucking stupid, and the new character clearly has a bunch of guard break moves, so it seems like they're doubling down. So they can keep it, by the way. They can keep guard break, but they gotta like change something about it. So if you don't know what guard break is this. So you can see my risk gauge went up a lot, around like 20%. And I took a bunch of chip damage. The defender cannot do anything but block or burst, and they do not have throw invincibility out of this. And in Potemkin's case, because this one is the best in the game, I want to say it's plus 19. So the people who like this, I mean, they play the character, obviously. They're like, I had to work for that. Okay. No. If you're doing it raw dog in a block string, then good job. But like, the thing is, he's got guaranteed ways to do this. Is one issue, and then the defender, like, you already put the defender in a 50-50 situation already, so it's like you use this move where they can't do anything but block or burst to just like push that more rather than just take your guess 50-50 anyway. That is both a shit ton of damage whether or not you hit them or grab them. Then someone was like, why are you worried about the chip? You can FD it. Like, why are you worried about the chip and the risk when you can FD it? Your meter explodes when you FD this. Your meter explodes when you do this. If you do something like this, that was explode. There we go. That's the right one. This shit like takes away a good chunk of your meter when you do it right. My biggest issue with this is a couple things. One is the no throw invincibility out of it. I actually don't even mind that he's that plus. It's just like, you already have a 50-50 situation, and the game has low throw protection already. So like, characters who don't have fast buttons, not just Milia, but these characters like Anji and Faust, it's not just Milia, but you get that from guaranteed removing FD, which is a big deal, and the FD doesn't change the pushback or the data at all. All it does is just take the chip damage and risk out. Are you for real? When you get guard crushed by a guard break move, you cannot interact passively. FD doesn't do anything, IB doesn't do anything, faultless IB doesn't do anything. All of this doesn't do anything to these moves. If you're saying don't nerf, why do you want to nerf Potemkin? He has to work for that, even though he doesn't, because you just do it on knockdown, where it's guaranteed because it's disjointed, right? So let me switch it up and bring up public enemy number 1. Soul has this. My dude is already dispensing mids that are plus, and he's got plus 11 move on top of that. All you can do is block or burst. Right? So for example, I have the meter for YRC. I can't YRC. I can't do anything. The main reason I really detest this, actually, I mean, I told you why, but the side note is that they've actually done this twice, right? BlazBlue has a guard break mechanic like it's nowhere near as plus, but if you barrier guard it, then you're not gonna get guard broken. If you don't barrier guard it, then the person who does it to you gets a combo. Persona 4 Arena, that's where this mechanic is from. It's from Persona 4 Arena. If you guys have played Persona 4 Arena, it's spin state. It's the exact same idea. In this game, there's a mechanic called spin state where all the opponent can do is block or get hit. That's it. Sounds really bullshit, but you don't get that shit for free. Interesting enough, in this set here, it's 2 characters that have relatively decent access to it. So everyone knows Teddy has it on one of his items. He's got a meteor item like Faust. Item throw characters honestly deserve their own video. I'm not going to talk about them in depth right now. Mitsuru, my character, my lovely character, also has this mechanic, but it's a secret, or it was a secret. Until it was a save that shit for nationals type thing, because you couldn't see when she could do it. So again, it's just like guard crush. All you can do is block or get hit in spin state. So Teddy, everyone knew, and he only gets hit like once per item cycle. His DP has it too, which is fine, but he can't like actually get to you, so it's okay. Now Mitsuru, this is a rare example of save that shit for nationals, okay? Mitsuru, her whip, when she freezes you, the first hit, it's a 2 hit. She goes like this, whop, bop, like a Castlevania character, right? since I already froze him, I'm able to access this. So here he's frozen. The Bufudyne, this super guarantees freeze. And then here I set it up, the first hit. And the thing is the 2 hits are really close together. There's only like 1 frame difference, so. Here, immediate reset. Immediate reset because of this. That's exactly why he got hit. Why did I choose to do it? This is a very important Teddy countermeasure because Teddy has a DP that's different than everyone else. Teddy has a DP. If he DPs you, he makes it so he does 0 damage, but you can't block for a little while, and you can't safe jump it. So Teddy players, when you knock them down, they'll do some nonsense to you. If you don't have like something to deal with the DP, they'll do some nonsense to you. And the normal Mitsuru Oki that I developed loses to his DP. And by the way, just to put it in perspective for Dragon Ball players or new Guilty Gear Strive players or new fighting game players in general, on top of you can't block for a little while when Teddy does his DP, he also teleports to mid-screen. So imagine you put the opponent in the corner, you get your 6 setup on them, and they fucking DP, so now you can block for like 5-6 seconds, and they get to go back to mid-screen immediately. And they are going to throw items at you in neutral. That's Teddy. The main thing about this, though, I don't get this for free. I need a very, very, very specific setup to do it. It's basically this. This is the only way I can do it. It's an expensive setup. I don't just get this whenever I want. The characters have guard break, so we're on Soul, because you guys are saying I want to nerf Potemkin, which is not true. I just don't like this mechanic. Soul can just do this. As a simple example, right? No special setup required. Like, he just gets... He could do it in block strings if you're scared. And people do it. And when he does it, he's plus 11. All you can do is block or burst, and you have no throw invincibility. If you didn't FD it, he does a bunch of chip damage, more than moves that are actually designed to do chip damage, by the way. So let's say like this, right? This is Lust Shaker. A lot of you guys think this move sucks. I would say it might be a test of your Millia knowledge of how good you think this move is. But one of the things that this move is supposed to do is do a lot of chip or drain meter, right? So let's look at the chip damage. Level 1, that's level 1 Lust Shaker, right? It's the basic Lust Shaker. Okay, this is level 2 Lust Shaker. Okay, here's level 3 Lust Shaker. Right? This is a move that's designed to do chip damage, right? I mean, the truth about this move, by the way, is... But meanwhile, right? I think this is match it for no reason. So yeah, basically that's the main reason why I don't like Guard Crush. It's too easily accessible for how strong the situation it is. And in the strongest examples, I think it's Soul and Garda Impact. So Soul, Fafnir, and Garda Impact. You already got your wing condition and you're just stacking on it with some shit they can't do anything about. You already got the 50-50 that does like 50% whether or not you hit them or grab them. And you're just like, let me just take some guaranteed chip damage or some guaranteed FD. Where you have to FD because if not, you're going to take chip. And then you don't have FD to spend on pushing him out if you choose correctly against poke throw. I think it's nonsense. They have to do something about it. Side note, I will say, not all guard break moves are developed evenly though. So I think Garda Impact is the best one. It is the best one in the game. And then Fafnir. Those are the 2 best. After that, it gets a little interesting. So Mei has a super powerful one. It basically guarantees her H Dolphin is charge 6H. But she has to do charge 6H. Pretty slow. Compared to these. Like, these are slow, but like charge 6H is really slow. Ram has one that's -2. It's her second hit of Eureka. It's -2. Leo has one. So a really simple example would be this, right? Okay. So this causes a guard break, right? Look at all that. Look at that yummy chip damage, and he's Mad Plus, right? But okay, because it's 3-frame invincible. Millie has a 4-frame backdash. You time it right, you can backdash. You can do this to Soul. Fafnir is only 3-frame active as well. Souls and Leos are 3-frame active, but Potemkin is something like 11-frame active. So you just cannot. In mid-screen, because that's another thing people said, like, oh, Potemkin got it up mid-screen, you could backdash it. And I'm like, yeah, that's true, but mid-screen, there's only a couple contexts you probably want to do it, where you mostly want to do the close slash that you can get a fucking combo off of with the backdash. That does like 180 or so. So, but Potemkin, you cannot interact in that way.